everyone, how's it going? So, cool little project we've got on our hands today. We're going to be planting this. It's our Magnolia Stellata. We're going to be putting this variety down today in our hydrangea bed, what we made earlier. So we're going to cut out a section just from here going up to the post and back. Now these Magnolia Stellatas do tend to go to about 9 centimeters in diameter. I probably expect these ones here, judging by how this plant is looking, to go to about 6-7 centimeters, but it's a decent one anyway. It's on a pretty decent base, so what we're going to do is, first thing, line it up inside of here, cut out the patch which goes right up until there, remove that first, prep it, and then get the hole ready to put that down. So first step in here is we're going to get this away from here, dig deep, and we'll get ready to pot. So first step, because what we will do here is we'll get our trusted tool, the edger, and make a nice square going across here, and that way it becomes quite a definitive sort of section what we can cut away. So once that's in place, we'll dig all of that away and then get ready to plant just down there then. So as you should hopefully see by that, what I've done is just mark out a nice section there from the post to the existing flower bed. And the reason why I'm doing it like that, in case you think a little bit OTT, but it's purely so we can continue the flower bed and have a seamless sort of continuation of that. I didn't want to just do a random hole inside of this. So you'll notice that I've made 2 sections down here, and then next what we do, we just start prizing that open just like that, so we can lift it quite neatly. Luckily I'm not going to be using this turf again, because quite frankly there's nothing there to use on it. So what I'll be doing next is taking this shovel and just shoveling that one away and getting the soil prepped on that. Now a bit of a tip, try to have something next to you to collect the dirt. It will just help keep everything tidy once you actually start lifting all of that away, and then you won't get any sort of loose soil or anything into your lawn as well. So top tip, get something out. It could be anything, piece of cardboard like what I've got there, because then when we lift that, go straight into that. Right, so next part, let's go to our tools. Simple tools again, garden spade, garden fork. Let's get the spade, take that over. Let's start doing the fun part and start digging this one out. Now we've got this turf here, it's quite strong. You'll see the benefit of getting the squares, because they just come up straight like that. Put that down, that makes our job a lot more easier and neater, mind you. There we go, just comes straight up like that. Put that down. See, we can start digging that one away now. So we'll start getting that sort of prepped, and we'll get it aerated a little bit, and we'll start putting some new compost in there just to get a good mix inside of there as well. So dug that hole away. That's looking like a pretty decent size to me. So what we need to do, just get the plant and place that in. And as long as you make sure that you're about soil level to just above the root ball, which will be about there, and I'm just kind of guesstimating, that looks good to me. So what we can now do, take this one out of the plant, put a bit of fertilizer in that hole, get some compost mixed in with there as well, and then we'll get that planted. Alright, so how we're going to prep that, let's just get that out of the way. Bit of compost, what we've got here. Chuck a little bit of that inside of there, just to get some loose compost at the bottom there. A little bit more. Okay, no exact science to it, by the way. And then some of the magic stuff, some of the all-purpose, just a little bit of plant food just to kickstart that growth in there. Okay. Then mix that about a little bit. Now again, I tend to use this quite a lot, so I don't need to be exact. That's about the right amount. And now we can get this out of its pot and into there. So let's do that next. Okay, so just wanted to show you before we put it in. Look at that root system, nice healthy root system. Now because the roots on a Magnolia Stellata come like that, we don't have to prise it away or anything. So all we need to do is get that put into a hole, get it lined up to how we want to have it looked. That looks pretty decent to me. And now we can just start getting that planted, backfilled, so there's no air pockets or anything like that, with some of the soil what we had previously. You'll notice a lot of rocks in there, so we'll be using a bit of our fresh compost in there as well, but then we'll get that planted up. So let's get that planted up. Okay, so I've put that down. Now I've done something slightly different to what I was saying. I didn't actually use a lot of our existing soil to backfill because it's just so polluted with stones, and honestly it's just bad. So I took fresh stuff, pretty much tipped all my remaining compost what I had in there, put it down there, so it's giving it a nice fresh base. And what we now need to do is just pat that down with our feet, and we're doing that to make sure it's firm and no sort of air pockets left behind. So that looks pretty good to me. And remember, this will take a little bit of time to set, so don't be shy of sort of moving it around right now and just getting it in place. But now that we put that in, looking good, we'll get that watered down. Remove the tag, obviously. You can keep it down at the back for reference, but don't think you'll need to. But that's about it. So planted all in one. So next up, let's just get some water down on that. Just a final step, as that's freshly planted, a nice drink of water for that. And again, don't be shy here. Get a fair bit down, because two reasons. Number one, it's thirsty, but number two, it'll help compact the compost what we just put inside of there. So again, don't be shy. Tip a whole lot of water inside of there. I know a lot of people say about sort of flooding and whatnot, but honestly, once you put something fresh down, you're not going to get flooding. I can absolutely guarantee you that. So put it down. There we go, let that set. And we have our Magnolia Stellata successfully planted down, and that looks pretty good to me. So there we have it.